dwarves of the Dowerhand House have taken refuge in the ruins of Ost-Galumar, not far from the mines of Othrikar, stirring the Longbeards of Othrikar to action. Jarl Copperbrace recruits the bravest of the brave to deal with the threat of the Dowerhands.
Then why do you bring me? Welcome back, everyone. This is Pineleaf Needles for another episode of Piney Plays the Captain. And we are here with Jarl Copperbrace, ready to find out what he wants me to do. I guess the first thing I need to do is to summon my herald. If I remember correctly, I once had some trouble with this, so therefore I will bring a Herald of Hope. Now, what do you need me to do?
Well met, friend.
Ost-Galumar lies ahead, Pinecrest, and you will find standard poles at various places along the walls. The Dowerhands must have some way of climbing onto those walls, for they remove the standards that once flew over the keep. Raise 3 of the standards I have given you over Ost-Galumar, and watch out for the Dowerhands that hide within. So therefore I need to place 3 banners. And I've got to do it myself. I can't just ask my herald to do it, because that would make the quest too easy. Right. Now, am I going the right way? Well, I guess there are Dowerhands here, which means that I'm expected to fight them, I guess. At least give me a little chance to get some practice in combat. Level 28. Well, I guess they must have made it the level of the area. And you fight 3 at a time very often here. If I remember correctly, that was useful. So I think that what I had used the first time I did this that helped me get through this, the first time I was trying to get the captain for this quest, was the... See, this is telling mark. They used to have something called revealing mark that whenever you hit with it, it would heal you. Actually, revealing mark might still exist. It probably exists on a different line. Onto the healing line sounds like the most likely place for it to be. And this quest helped me learn how to do revealing mark. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a blue line definition for the captain. So, therefore, I'm going to have to try healing as much as I can that way. And see if I can do this in a red line. Do I have any Daleman's crams on me or anything like that? I think there might be a case where I get an extra one in there I wasn't expecting or anything like that. Well, I do have the second regenerative food, but that's worse than the blueberry muffins are, right? Alright, let's see. Alright, let's stick to blueberry muffins. I've heard some bad rumors about Hornblower's pies. And also throw in that. I think that should be helpful. Good. Because I am getting to my limit on a couple of occasions here. And you do tend to fight these guys 3 at a time. Which increases things a little bit. Let's see. I should be able to get a heal right now. And I just have to remember that I do have, even though I forget it every once in a while, time of need. It's got a cooldown, that's a real thing. But time of need right now, what's the cost right now? Cost 30 power. I think at one point it did have a morale cost to it also. Or either that or I'm just remembering the vulnerability. Because that's always possible. That, if you did have a morale one, that was probably before the class revamps where they added the current trees. Oh, that might not have been the best thing to do, but... Inspire Valor! Newbie! Yay! Newbie! Wonderful. What did that do? Inspire Valor! Land a critical or devastating with Val... Yeah, okay, fine. Now, I do have to remember that I do have these flags I'm supposed to plant. Ah! Alright, look at my cooldowns before I go into battle, because that was 2 items I needed to use that will cooldown at the same time. Hey! Not 2 at a time. Hey, when I activate things, I always feel like I managed to get them activated right after they run out. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, there we go. Having to time this right. I think have a feeling that I am not going to regret having that. Especially if I survive by 1 morale or something like that. I think it's going to close a couple of occasions. Now, the first standard is up there. I think I got cook up all the Dire Hands. Well, there is one that's inside the standard bearer. No jumping, no jumping. Alright, so there is a way to get to this one at least. So his job apparently is to get rid of the standards when I pick them up. So I must kill him first. 1 down, 2 to go. And that took me a bit of a while to do, but now there are 2 more. Let's do it this way. Now I gotta be careful because it was inside the... This thing gets a little bit labyrinthine, and when I did one of those really nasty turns is when I wound up running into a few more than I intended to fight. Remember to use the heal early and often, and I do have, of course, my Herald. That's why I took a Herald of Hope, so that I can heal myself when needed. Now this is the second one, and this is where I managed to get overwhelmed before. Because you got to be careful because you got that patroller right there. You got these 3 here. So you have to make sure you don't wind up fighting 4 at a time. So I think that's what happened to me the first time I tried this. That was just huge, as I said. I don't think they've changed the quest. I think that knowing that they're there, it's up. And as I said, the first time when I had to do the retry, I wound up using, I think it's called telling Mark in order to heal myself. Not an option in this run through. Now here, they're scattered around, so that's helpful. Alright, so pull him back. Ah, well, unfortunately, my Herald was a little too close. That's the disadvantage of, maybe that was a first option. Heal it. No, don't knock me out. The question is, do I really have to kill these guys? Or do I have to kill everyone in order to reach all 3 damage? Okay, it looks like my heal is all cooldown. That's good to see, but I don't need it right now, so therefore I shall save it and... Got the birds up there. Oh, that's right. I think it's... Oh, there's the ramp right over there. Good. Up around here, and There's one right there. Okay, so I've got to get all the way around here. Now, I don't know why we've got the birds here, but I think I'm going to take care of them. My herald, of course, is absent, missing in action. That's the tricky thing here, is that the herald sometimes forgets to follow you. Here's Rally. Good. But yeah, the hedge of all section. All the way around. Okay, that's twice. And now up around here. This is things where it get a little tricky, where you have to careful movement in order to get around here, and then finally take care of the dwarf, who is apparently on friendly terms with the birds, which, yes, I know we found that to be the case with these tower hands already. Here we go, and number 3. Good, proudly displayed the banner, and oopsie daisy. Thank you for following me. I'll come in handy. Not too sure if I was intended to jump there, or if that's one of the alternate routes that's fine to take. Yes. Now, where is that the long way? That's where I just was. Oh. Yeah, I was okay, because that's where Dory was. Now I gotta find the third, because there has to be a third one of these things, because there are 3 standards I need to place. And of course I do remember that the 3rd standard is a bit brutal. I thought it was brutal in executing, not brutal in finding. Well, yeah. Hello! I don't think this is the right way. Well, I will. Yeah, back the other way. Ah, there's the 3rd one. So the 3rd one is way out here, and it's very easy to get to. So that implies then that the hard one, the one that needed parkour the last time I remembered it, they must have made it easier by adding those ramps. I don't remember those ramps there being the first time I ran through this. Or some of the ramps I remember, but I don't remember there having been one that made it. Ah! He's coming to defend it. I don't remember that there was an easy way to get. I remember having to run and jump and all that fun stuff. I guess they decided to have mercy on those poor captains who were wearing this heavy armor and being forced to jump all over the place in it. Now, I'm supposed to talk to Jarl Copperbrace, who I presume is out here somewhere. Hey, Jarl! Really? He couldn't meet us halfway and make it easier for us to find him, right? No, of course not. So now I have to remember how I got here in the first place. I'll have to assume it's somewhere in this direction. And if not, well, kill more Dower Hands and then fight. Well, obviously that's not the answer. Well, let's kill a couple more Dower Hands. And then, once we do that, But anyway, so I had a little bit of trouble finding this time is because, of course, I remember the third one being so hard to find, and I have to have missed the first one coming in here. So missing the first one and having to go back and do that again, and remembering how much of a pain the third one was. But where is Jarl? I'm going to have to look for a missing dwarf, it looks like. I misplaced my quest giver. He's way out here. Good grief. Maybe you should give me better directions how to find you again.
I am at your service.
Look at them, Pinecrest. The sight of those standards flying once again over Ostgalumar is a happy one indeed. And you are a captain of great worth to have accomplished this thing. Let me know when you are ready, and we shall return. Right, let's go. We are back and safe.
Greetings, traveler.
We showed those dour hands a thing or two, didn't we? Ha ha! It did me a world of good to see standards of the free peoples flying again over Ostgalumar, and I know I am not alone. Always stand defiant against your enemies, Pinecrest, and your tale will inspire any who hear it, even if it comes to death. To make a last stand against evil is no bad thing, if others hear your tale and are bolstered in the telling of it. What a cheery thought. Okay. Now, tell me, why does the level 30 Captain Quest have as reward a shield? Actually, yeah, captains could use. But I was confusing them with champions for some reason. But I'm using a two-handed weapon, so obviously, if you're blue line, I guess, yeah, shield does make sense. Never mind that little rant there, and let's go. Oh, boy, is that an improvement. Yeah, take the helmet. Very well. That is done for that. And that is done for today's episode. When we return next time, we are going to head over into Estilden and see what help they need over there. And that's what we'll do in our next episode of Piney Plays the Captain.